On day one of free agency, Joe Douglas and the New York Jets made sure that Zach Wilson was protected. They landed Laken Tomlinson, the former San Francisco guard and Pro Bowler in 2021, to a 3-year $40 million deal. He is an enormous upgrade over Greg Van Roten. You're going from one of the worst right guards in the NFL to one of the premier left guards who will now switch sides and most likely pair with George Fant. Let's take a look at his film and I'll show you why this was a home run signing for the New York Jets. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from PLAJ, and for the second day in a row, I am here to gush about a New York Jets free agent signing. Laken Tomlinson made so much sense. He solidifies the line and gives us a realistic chance of having a top 10 group for the first time in over a decade. I was super excited. I thought Joe Douglas was in his bag with this move, and I'm going to show you why. Let's start with one of the best traits. And it's something that was really missing from the New York Jets in 2021, and that's leadership, nastiness, and finishing from the offensive line. Against New England, Zach Wilson was getting banged up. No one did anything. No one stood up for him. No one was willing to put their opponent in the dirt. This guy does it. Have a look at this first clip against the LA Rams. How many people can say that they took out Von Miller and Aaron Donald on the same block? So he's at left guard. He's going to be number 75 throughout the video. Take a look at the timing and the location of his punch. So what gives him an advantage here? Von Miller goes for the swim move. He attacks under the right armpit. And look at the way he's able to leverage, drive, and finish this. And take out Aaron Donald on the way if you don't mind. This time in the running game, so he'll be on the right-hand side of your screen as the left guard, number 75. Have a look at how he just takes care of the linebacker. So he comes out in this outside zone look, gets to number 51. Instead of just sealing and, making an easy play, creating a lane, look how he finishes the play. Number 75 gets hands on him. Look, he gets a little help because he falls over the legs of his fellow defender. But look at him just throw this dude to the ground. This is a 250-pound athlete. Number 51 just gets thrown around like dirty laundry. That's Laken Tomlinson, and you saw it a ton on the film. This was my favorite, though. It's not about the play. This is about mentality for an offensive lineman. Against the Cleveland Browns, I had to go a couple of years back to find this. He gets to the second level on this little kind of counter cutback. Number 75 reaches the safety. You can see him, does a nice job, is physical with him, throws him back from the line of scrimmage. Safety wants to get chippy with the left guard. He wants to throw his hands at him. Take a look at what he does. Oh my goodness. Laken Tomlinson. He throws him to the ground and stands over him. What? Look at him throw his hands up twice. What? You got an issue with me? Watch it at full speed. It doesn't get any better than this. Gets to the second level. Makes a nice block. The play is fine itself. It just throws him to the ground. Laken Tomlinson is an absolute dog. I wanted to transition now to how cerebral, instinctive, and intelligent a football player Laken Tomlinson is. The Jets really struggled picking up stunts last year. They really did. Look at the game against the Panthers, the Patriots. Early in the season, they were a mess on the interior. This guy gets it. Against the Rams, he played them 3 times, one of the best interiors in the entirety of the NFL. He handled it so well. So what they're doing here, the Rams, between number 91 and 51, they're trying to stack and create this little inside stunt here. So he does a great job feeling number 91, passes him off to Trent Williams, plays with his eyes up, and then gets to the linebacker and washes him down the line of scrimmage away from Jimmy G, allows him to make the easy completion. This isn't a difficult play, but it's a smart play. It's an instinctual play. It's cerebral. It's just very, very easy. We saw AVT struggle with this. Pass it off, make the read, move on to the next snap, and live another day. Really nice play from Laken Tomlinson. And this one I particularly loved against the Bengals. Again, what I tried to do was go and watch the best interior defensive lines he played and how he stacked up against them. And he did so well. This is a difficult one. They bring 7 here, so the full house, and they're only blocking 5. The center's going right, so he doesn't have any help to the inside. His instincts are to block the 3 technique because he knows that tackle has to take number 96 on the outside. But have a look what happens as we let it unfold. He goes to block number 65, but he sees the tackle kicks inside because the end's not coming. So watch him shift and filter inside, pick up the linebacker, and just again run him around the hoop. I know you hear that terminology a lot for edges, but you can do it from the interior as well. And then again, throw him out of the way. Watch it at full speed. Goes to take his man, instincts, understanding the protection, and makes the play. Laken Tomlinson, man. Let's move on to some pass pro reps because that's where you need to make your money in the NFL. Blocking and keeping Zach Wilson upright is going to be the most important part. And things that stood out to me for Laken Tomlinson were his base width, how well he moves his feet on the interior in small spaces, and also his anchor, an ability to drop when he's actually in trouble. Because even if you lose the rep, you need to win the war. So on this occasion, left guard number 75, one-on-one with the 4 technique, just does a really nice job off the snap, shooting his hands, well-timed punch. And look how he just keeps moving his base. Great width, active feet, keeps them engaged. It just doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. It's nothing outstanding, it's nothing flashy, but this is almost every single pass rep. This guy only allowed 3 sacks in 2021, and this is why. Active feet, good base, nice hands, win the rep. Another one against the Rams from earlier in the season. This time, the rusher comes from the inside, so from the 1 tech on the opposite side. And again, just completely stonewalls him. Really nice initial contact, stonewalls with the punch, and then he's able to just work the base, keep the hands down relatively well, and Jimmy G again finds an easy throwing lane. Laken Tomlinson, he just makes it look really easy, and he's a really mobile athlete and very nimble in pass protection. But like I said at the top, when things don't go perfectly, how do you respond? Halfway through a rep, if you're in a losing position, can you still salvage it? Laken does an outstanding job of that, and this is a good example of it. Number 75, left guard. He's going to be rushed by the interior 1 tech, and I want you to watch him kind of overpass it to the inside. He gets his feet a little too far in, he gets beaten by this little swipe to the outside, and right now he's not in a great position. He's reaching. The defensive tackle's only got half a body to work against. He's in a bad spot. But look how he creates a stalemate. Despite being inside, he keeps the feet active, he re-engages and tightens the hand, he drops the base, and look how he works him around the hoop, the terminology I used earlier. Number 75, Laken Tomlinson. He keeps this pocket almost perfect at the time that Jimmy G releases the football, despite being in a less than ideal situation earlier. One last time at full speed. A little overset to the inside, doesn't panic, and still comes out winning the rep. Love to see that. And one more example, I'll call this the panic anchor. Look, I don't love this rep from Laken, and it's an example of him getting beaten to the inside by a bull rush. He loses because the defensive tackle has tighter hands than him, but take a look how he manages to salvage it. He gets absolutely bullied and pushed back 6-7 yards here. He's in trouble. He is in Jimmy G's lap, but watch how he just arches that back and just manages to stonewall. I love how he holds the positioning at the end because I think it sums up the rep. That's what saves him. Core strength, anchor, ability to just drop your butt and not go into Jimmy G's lap, to not be forced back, to not allow the sack. He doesn't do a fantastic job in the entire rep, but he manages to come out okay, and that's because of the anchor that Laken Tomlinson has. Let's talk about run game mobility because it's an essential facet of the Mike LaFleur offense, and he's coming from the exact same scheme with Kyle over in San Francisco, so it's an ideal fit. Laken Tomlinson does this stuff in his sleep. This was the best running rep that I saw from him in the 4 games that I initially watched. On the right-hand side of your screen, I want you to watch him climb to the 2nd level. It doesn't get any better. He helps the center with the reach block. So first of all, watch how he gets to number 93 and moves him down the line of scrimmage. Hand placement, important. He gets underneath the armpit, allows him to get leverage and extension and move him down the line. Watch how far he moves. From the hash, 5-6 yards across. Then watch the climb to the 2nd level. Number 51, the linebacker, starting to flow with the play. He reads the counter. Laken flips his hips and look at him seal at the 2nd level. That's athleticism for a 310-pound man. Again, watch it at full tilt. Gets out of his stance quickly, moves him down the line of scrimmage, and that hip flip, that's pretty special. I love that. That's going to fit right in on the backside with George Fant in 2022 for the Jets. A different type of play now. More of a man look at left guard. Can you just move a guy out of his gap and create a lane for your running back? You better believe that Laken Tomlinson can do that too. Off the snap, look how he takes care of the 1 tech. Wins the leverage battle. He's the low man. His hands are inside. He's in a perfect spot. He's created that lane already. You can see between he and Trent Williams. But watch how far he takes him. Number 91 ends up 2 gaps over. He takes this dog 10 yards down the line of scrimmage and just opens up that lane for the running back. This is a first down courtesy of Laken Tomlinson. And this is going to be fantastic for the New York Jets offense. And then this is a little bit like AVT. Pulling guard, what can Tomlinson do in space? I'll tell you what he can do. He can come across, filter behind the line of scrimmage, and absolutely level the defensive end who they leave unblocked. Again, wins the leverage battle. He's the low man, gets tight hands, is able to turn him and flip him out of the way, and he opens up the lane. And once again, a first down because of number 75. There are millions of them on tape. I wanted to finish with a couple of reps against Aaron Donald because, as I mentioned earlier, he played him 3 times in 2021. And honestly, I think he held his own better than almost any guard in the NFL. And this was one of my favorite reps. Does a really nice job snatching him. So you're going to see he gets some help from number 68. Trent Williams wasn't in this game, but he does a great job initially getting to Donald, controlling him with tight hands. He gets a nudge from 68, but look at him throw Aaron Donald to the ground. It's a grown man play, and look, I understand he's getting help. You need help when you're playing number 99, but that's an awesome job. There's not too many times that you see Aaron Donald on his back with a man on top of him. This is one of those rare occasions, and that's number 75 again. This time in pass pro, people say, look, maybe Tomlinson played really well this year because he was playing next to Trent Williams, and it's a factor. He was the highest graded player in the whole of PFF last year. But he helped Trent Williams out too. I thought this was an outstanding rep against Aaron Donald. He's got a double team help from the inside, but Donald doesn't cross his face. He recognizes that. He comes to the outside. He tries to swipe. Does he initially win with his hands? Yeah, that's Aaron Donald, man. But look at the way, again, he reestablishes his feet, gets around the corner, and he washes him out of the play. He works people around the hoop extremely well. He recovers well, and they're essential traits when you're playing anyone on the defensive interior, never mind Aaron Donald. Another good example, this is more just the chippiness again. He's kind of sealing him here, trying to create a lane to the backside, and does a pretty nice job. Aaron Donald thinks I can just shove him down the line of scrimmage. I think he holds up really well here, Tomlinson, but I just like the chippiness after the play. Look at him go after it with Aaron Donald. Not a lot of people want to do this. This is the best player in the NFL. This is probably the best defensive player in NFL history. Tomlinson played him 3 times. He stood up to him, and I thought he leveled out very, very well. But occasionally, you lose to Aaron Donald. This is a guy who trains with deadly knives, and his hands are elite. Take a look at this one. Look, I know Tomlinson's losing, and we're ending the video on a negative note, but this is outstanding from Aaron Donald. Sometimes this will happen. But the reason I'm showing you this clip is because it barely happened in 3 outings, and you're playing the best player in the NFL. That's damn impressive. So guys, that's the book on Laken Tomlinson. I loved this signing at the time, and after going back and watching even more film, I love it even more. Your interior now of Elijah Vera Tucker, Connor McGovern, and Laken Tomlinson, it can be one of the better trios in the NFL. He is so diverse with his skill set. You saw the pass pro, how nimble he is in short spaces and in the phone booth. He can recover well. He drops the anchor. He's got mobility in the running game, and he's got that nastiness, that chippiness, and those leadership intangibles that the New York Jets need. I am thrilled that Laken Tomlinson is a New York Jet.